Okay, we are welcome back. Sorry for that major inconvenience. We are now live on Streamlabs. Okay, right. It's all working now. That's great. Okay, right. It's all working now. That's great. Okay, right. It's all working now. That's great. Okay, so we've just started a hot shot session. And that's race control telling car 473 to get back into the pits. And that's Murtu. He is not meant to be out right now. He has been eliminated out. Now he's out of the session. I think he took that message a bit incorrect. Right, okay, let's check. I'm just going to do a quick rundown of the session so far. We've got Maestro Max in P1 with the 34.25. Richard, who is 0.364 behind him. And Yugi, who is 5 tenths slower than Maestro Max. Yugi is in P3 though, so he is in quite a good position so far. Marnik is confirmed to be P3 in the WDC. He cannot be overtaken and he cannot get to P2. So it's just a title fight between Richard and Maestro Max. And we can see the current results. And Audi are far ahead in WCC. It's mainly Golden, Scuderia Ferrari and Bombi's Tomboys fighting to see if they can get P2 or P3. So it's a three-way team fight so far. And we have Richard and Maestro Max fighting. Max needs to outscore Richard by at least 20 points, which will prove to be very difficult for him right now. It's a big challenge, but it is always possible. And that's a small little error. Max has 155. He has 155 and not 155.5, but it's only half a point. And that was and race control minding drivers to yield when blue flagged. And we have 2 minutes of our hot shot session left. Drivers have failed to set a faster time. Maestro Max especially has failed to set a faster time. I mean, a 34.25 is very, very precise. It's a very, very fast lap. You need a lot of precision and a small margin of error to actually beat that lap time, which is why you see drivers like Richard and Yugi and Marnik struggling. And as a matter of fact, Marnik has set the same time as Yugi, which is... We've seen P1, P2 and P3 set the exact same time in round 9 or 8, I think it was. So anything is possible in qualifying here. And national layout, which is the layout we're on right now, is the most well-known layout in course. And that's Richard, who slams into the barriers, potentially failing to set a failing his current lap. He still has one more chance. He still has one more chance to set a faster lap, and this is only chance coming up now. As he cruises past the last few corners. And he sets a flying lap. He's setting a flying lap right now. Let's see. He needs to make 0.364 seconds to be able to beat his main rival, and that's slowest in sector 1. Not a great start. He's gonna need probably at least one faster sector, and that's the yellow sector 2. It's looking really unlikely now. And he goes through the last corner here into the last hairpin. And no, it's going to be much slower, 35.1. That is not fast enough to beat Maestro Max in qualifying. Which means Maestro Max will be starting on pole position, with Richard in P2 and Yugi in P3. Audi will be very pleased today. And with the starting grid today, we have Marnik in P4 with a 34.7, Porsche's Yugi in P3, and both of the Audi drivers taking the front line today. It's going to be a close one here. We have a good view of the safety car here. Hopefully it will not be needed, but it could possibly be brought out. And that's Robot, the Porsche TP, starting in P7. And with the starting grid today, we have Marnik in P4 and Oscar Mix for Ferrari in P5. He's going to be trying everything he can to keep Ferrari in that title fight. And Maestro Max in P1.
Stay in double file.
And the drivers start their formation lap. This very race will decide if ERL goes British or Spanish in round 3. It's going to be a close one. The pressure will be on Maestro Max and Richard, especially. Yugi and Marnik hoping to interrupt that title fight and possibly snatch some more points for themselves. Just passing the last few corners here. The safety car will be coming into the pits very soon.
Safety car coming into the pits now.
And now the safety car's coming in. And we see the drivers lining up on the grid now. It's going to be a rolling start, which means the lights will go out when the drivers reach a certain point. We're almost there. And it's lights out Kuwait for the finale. That's Maestro Max who gets the lead. Richard just trying to get ahead. And that's Yugi Muto's. That's Yugi Muto who's been spun around with a 6-second time penalty. Very bad for him. And that's Robot into the pits. A very bad start for Porsche. And we have Maestro Max storming ahead with Richard charging right behind him. And Oscar Mix is brought into P3. Marnik must have had a collision in the start. And he's in P5 with Falcon right ahead of him. Maestro Max sets the fastest lap of the session with a 34.7, which is very good for a starting lap. He'll be very happy with his progress right now. And Richard is really chasing behind in P2 right now. No penalties from any of them, which they need to both keep penalties to a minimum to get any chance of winning this race. Richard needs to be in. If Richard gets a podium, then Maestro Max has lost. Maestro Max needs P1 with both bonus points. He's already got bonus points for pole position and fastest lap so far. So really anything is possible. And Richard losing some time. He really needs to focus if he wants to secure his chances at a WDC win. And Max needs to keep the fastest lap right now. And that's another faster lap by Maestro Max there. So currently, Richard is just ahead of Max in the standings by 3 points as of right now. If Richard falls behind into P3, Max will win. So the pressure's really on him today. Hang on, never mind. No, if he's in P3, he's half a point ahead. So if Richard falls, and he hits the barrier and he's off the track. He's really feeling the pressure today. 2 seconds behind Maestro Max. They both have a 3-second time penalty, and Asker Mix just crosses the line. 6 seconds behind Richard. He's gonna try interrupt that title fight. Could be gaining. And that's a 32 by Ivan. I didn't even know he was here. He's absolutely storming through for Bombi's Tomboys. This is amazing for them so far. And that's very bad for Maestro Max. That's a very, very difficult time to set again. That's a very difficult time for him to set. As Richard is now almost 10, is just below 10 points ahead. And he's some issues with Ivan El Bandinero. The car 22, as he kind of lags across. And let's go back into the title fight here. Richard is 4 seconds away from Maestro Max. Really not good from him, although he does need to just keep a podium. If he keeps a podium, then he will win. And Marnik here is slowly gaining on Falcon. He's gonna try look for an overtake anytime soon. He really wants that podium. If he can get podium, he can really keep Golden in P2, in P2 of the standings. So standings currently have Golden with 114.5 points, with Ferrari just behind. Right now Golden should keep the title, but if Ivan and Falcon keep going at it, then Bombi's Tomboys could snatch P2. And there's a yellow flag by a robot in turn 8 there. And there's a driver behind, and that's Yugi. Yeah, Maestro Max is just past Yugi there. He's had a very unlucky race. I mean, he could be described as the Fernando Alonso of VRL here. Very, very unlucky with race starts. Maybe he needs to stop being as aggressive in race starts. But that's something you can figure out for season 4. And he is doing good. He's actually staying behind Maestro Max relatively well, and he's been sent to the pit lane because he has a stop and go penalty of 39 seconds. He's in dead last here. Very, very bad for him. His Porsche TP is right in front of him, but with a significantly higher penalty. Richard is failing to make any progress on Maestro Max here. And Marnik is still trying to gain on Falcon. He's not finding that much time. From what we saw in round 8 and 9, he's a very inconsistent driver. And Yugi has just been released from the pit lane. Quite a disappointing race for him so far. From qualifying in P3 and going and right now being in PA, it's really not a good result from him. Porsche, if the results continue to play out like this, Porsche will be taking minimal points home. And Marnik is just under a second. He's staying under a second, but he's slowly losing. And it's Ivan who just overtakes Askamix here. Ivan is absolutely storming through that track. He is storming through that field. This absolute legend of a racer took a massive break in season 3, and now he is back for the finale. Like the villain, like the main villain of a movie, he is back. And he is gaining on P4 here. Marnik's going to have to eventually defend against this absolute speedster of a racer. Number 22. absolutely charging down this main straight. Marnik is in his eyesights. Marnik is in the targets. He really, really wants this P4. You can just tell by the way he's driving. He's going to try to get this podium here. Marnik really needs to try to overtake Falcon if he wants to keep ahead of Ivan. Ivan's done a bit of a trade here. He's sacrificed really fast driving, and he's got a lot of errors here. He's got a 21-second time penalty because of his really fast driving. He's getting a lot of errors. He's making loads of errors and mistakes. He's just racing on the line here, and he's really caught up to Marnik, and around the inside, around the outside, and he's just overtaken him like that on the last hairpin. What incredible pace he has right now. You can really see that. Oh!
Virtual safety car deployed.
And it's a virtual safety car.
Virtual safety car.
Who was that? That was Falcon we saw, who just completely lagged out there. Very, very shocking from him. I don't think it was in his control though. I think I think it was just a game glitch. I do not think it was in his control at all. And who's just chatting away? It's Askamix, wondering if it's server lag. Don't think it's server lag. I think it could be something on Falcon's end. There's not been many other issues. But Master Max and Richard have taken this opportunity to pit. Richard having some issues. He's got into the pits a bit late there. Very, very smart decision making from Audi. All drivers need to complete one mandatory pit stop. They need to pit at least once in the race. And in a virtual safety car is the perfect time to do it. You lose minimal time. And it's just such a good way. And we see two more drivers coming to pits. That's Marnik and Ivan. This has created a perfect time. And we're going racing again.
3, 2, 1.
It's going to be this massive clump of drivers. Falcon, I think Yugi, and Askamix. The Frenchman he's going to try and find any sort of overtaking opportunity he can on the Hungarian. He's really trying to get past him. We're wheel to wheel. Oh, and Falcon unsettles the Frenchman's car there. And Askamix is spun out there. A real shame for him. Yugi is sailing behind Falcon here. Will we see Askamix making a return and overtaking these two drivers? We'll find out in the massive laps. And Richard is 7 seconds away from Master Max. He still needs a podium, so it doesn't really matter unless he's at risk of losing the podium. And Falcon clips the barrier, and that's Yugi, who is stuck on track. Loads of cars overtaking him, and he's in an even worse position here. He's already a lap behind Ivan, who is somehow on P7, but he's making his way back up the field again. This man cannot be stopped. There is nothing you can do to stop this man. Fastest lap, and he's gaining on Marnik. I think he had a stop and go actually. That would make a lot of sense. But we have Master Max who's pitted, Richard has pitted, Marnik and Ivan have pitted. And Ivan, message from Ivan here. According to Richard, claims that Ivan's lag could be screwing him over. Although I don't, from my basic knowledge of Roblox servers, I don't think that's possible. Because it's I don't think that's possible, but very wild accusation from Audi there. And Askamix is on a verge of stop and go penalty. If he goes off track one more time, he will be handed a stop and go penalty. The same as Robot down in P7. Who's just and that's another virtual safety car. I think on the main straight. No, never mind. I failed to see the incident here, but let's maybe see in here if we can find out. 14 and 5. Okay, that was an incident between Yugi And as an incident between Yugi and his Porsche TP robot, I think robot is pitting now, just before a stop and go penalty, which is also a very good time. I think Yugi should have really pitted here. It was not that great of a strategy call from him. Pitting the virtual safety car is very, very good. You can pit with a minimal amount of time loss. And Askabix is coming into the pits now. Askabix is in the pits. So that's every driver apart from Yugi who has pitted already, and it's only been roughly 13 minutes.
Green flag will be issued.
And we're going racing again.
3, 2, 1.
And Max just set to... It's just doing another lap. Just crosses into finish straight. And Richard trudges behind. Richard is 10 seconds behind Maestro Max. Very, very... Not the greats here. We would have expected a lot better from Richard on this race, but it seems the pressure is getting to him. He's making some mistakes, not taking corners correctly. He's not braking at the correct times. And he's just losing more and more time. But similarly to Formula 1's Abu Dhabi, I think I said, yeah, in 2025, in this scenario, Maestro Max is Max Verstappen, and Richard is Lando Norris. Richard needs a podium. If Richard gets a podium, he will win. If Richard doesn't get a podium, Maestro Max will win. So it's very, very close here. But right now Max needs to try to set a faster lap in order to have any attempt at in order to have any chance of beating Max here. And I've just got word of an FIA investigation of Ivan lagging here, which is Ivan lagging around here, and the FIA speculate he could be lag abusing, which is making him even faster, which would explain quite a few things, and would explain his 32-second lap time, which shouldn't be possible really in these new chassis updates and tweaks. And that's Falcon pitting again for an unknown reason. He's already pitted. And we watch Yugi here. He's made somewhat with his race. He's only just gained a position, and he's still a lap behind P6. And just a bit of a mistake there. And Falcon just comes out of the pits just in front of Yugi, but Yugi is still behind him in the standings. And speaking of Yugi, he has got a stop and go penalty for 27 seconds for breaching track limits. Not the greatest effort from him. We have seen better of Yugi. Hang on, no, but he does overtake. Oh, and never mind. He's just overtook Falcon, and he's been spun out. And he re-enters his track just behind Ivan there, in the turn 12 and 13 chicane. And he's been forced into the pit lane by the game. And Robot yielding for Maestro Max there, as he's been blue flagged. That is as per the rules and regulations of ERL. The rest of the grid is pretty spread out, one lap apart from each other. Although Richard actually is 10 seconds. Is 10 seconds behind Maestro Max. If we look at the results panel here, we can see Everyone's a medium, to which is the obvious unless rain starts coming. Their penalties are here. And car 41 is being told to yield. Car 41 is Falcon, yielding for Ivan, who is still under investigation, I believe. And we're not seeing that much from any of the other drivers. Richard is technically in front of Master and Max due to the penalties difference. And Askabik says he's going to do something stupid. Not the best decision when your team's WCC is on the line. And Richard is actually making steady progress against his WDC rival. He must have gotten over the pressure, and now he's showing his true driving skill and techniques. One thing that could really turn the race around is rain, a sudden rain here. Rain means that everyone must go to the pits and swap their tyres out for wet compound. Whether that rule is being removed in Season 4. Richard is being consistent, but he's not making that much time against Maestro and Max. He's still in front due to the penalties difference, and Yugi is yet to pit, although he still has almost just under half an hour to do so. Ivan is in P4, just around 12 seconds behind Marnik, but he has a 24-second time penalty, meaning he will get stop and go sooner or later. Unless he does what Richard did in round 9 and survives without getting a penalty for 10 laps, a bit longer than 10 laps. Although there's plenty more than 10 laps in the race, as Master Max has only done 31 laps. 31 laps in around 20 minutes. So this race will be around 70 laps long. And there's the stop and go for Ivan, and he's in the pit serving that now. And that's Askamix yielding for Richard, quite making contact, which was quite dangerous, but Richard got through safely. Askamix overtook Ivan due to Ivan being in the pits, and Richard is just losing time. He's just losing time against his rival. His only real threat is Marnik. But Marnik is really far behind, so he shouldn't really have much of an issue unless he disconnects or spins out. If one of the Audi drivers disconnect, then the other will win the WDC. And that's Falcon being told to yield again to let Richard through. On the back straight here. Into sector 3, down to the chicanes. Richard does cut a bit, and he's got a lot more time penalties, although Maestro Max is close to stop and go penalty, which could potentially ruin the race for him. at the end of this race, we will be joining the WDC winners radio call, as I've split the Audi team up into 2 calls. Master Max is in one call with his engineer, and Richard is in the other call. At the end, we will join the WDC winners call and see how they celebrate. And we have reports from internal sources that could possibly not be an EU server. The server restarted before the stream started, and the first person to join, the region would have been automatically set to theirs. So we could be on a laggy region here. But I'm not seeing too much lag, so...
Virtual safety car.
And it's a virtual safety car, because Askamix finds the barrier here. And he's not moving. Okay, he's just... Oh, that's a safety car! The safety car has been deployed. The safety car is deployed here. Master Max, as Master Max gets a stop and go penalty as well, which is a very, very big call from the FIA, and could change things. As expected, Master Max serves stop and go during the safety car, which is the best choice to do. And the safety car is moving with Robot behind, and he's allowed to overtake. And this is Farhead, the game owner, driving the safety car. It's a good thing he's driving the safety car. He has a lot of knowledge on the game. I mean, he made the game himself, so he's always going to be the best person to drive the safety car, no matter the circumstances. And Marnik is allowed to go through. And the safety car is just going to be waiting for Master and Max to get through here. It's on the side of the track, so people will be allowed to just flawlessly overtake the safety car. And Richard did pit, which is obviously that's the right call by Audi. Richard should have pitted, should and did pit along with Master Max. It's the obvious call to make. And Master Max finds the safety car here, and there's going to be a queue that forms. Get some nice scenic views with the safety car. And the rest of the grid behind him. That's Robot who overtakes the safety car queue to unlap himself. All lapped cars are allowed to unlap themselves as per the ERO rules. Never mind, he's been told to get back into the queue. He was not allowed to unlap there. And that's FIA saying unlapping is not allowed yet. Unlapping is not allowed yet. Still the same standings. Richard is still behind Master Max, but the safety car restart will allow Richard to get a jump on Master Max, which could potentially see Richard in P1, which would be awful for Master Max. And there's a pink car, that's Yugi, who is stuck on. I think he is waiting to rejoin the safety car queue. Now car 14 can rejoin the queue. in P7, he's still taking the consequences from his start here. Unlapping I would expect unlapping to be allowed, unless the FIA think otherwise. Oh, unlapping will not be allowed, confirmed. It's confirmed that unlapping will not be allowed, which could hint at the safety car being in this lap. Yep, and that's race control firming. The safety car will be in this lap. The usual point that they do it is in the back straight. And we are coming towards turn 8 here. It would have been a good idea for Marnik to pit and clear his penalties, like everyone else did. Marnik and Ivan should have pitted to clear their penalties, but they can't really do it now.
Safety car in this lap.
And the safety car is in this lap. Maestro and Max will control the race pace here. Oh, and there's rain forming! Rain is forming! Rain clouds are forming. Rain is on the way. Rain will be coming down. And the drivers must switch to wet tyres. I don't know if I'm the first one to notice, and hopefully not the only one to notice. And we're going green again! And that's Askamix, Falcon, Yugi and Robot pitting. Porsche did notice, Porsche, Ferrari, Bombies, Tomboys did notice the rain, and they are pitting in advance, which is a very, very good strategy call. As the other 4 drivers will need to pit this lap. And the rain will be falling anytime soon. And as we know, rain in Corsa, it feels like a monsoon. The track becomes super slippery. And Maestro almost and there we go, rain's formed. As you see, the track has become super slippery. And all the cars just kind of clamber into the pit lane like, I don't know how to describe it, but they all just clumsily make their way into the pit lane. And Askamix is 2 laps behind Ivan, although they are on the faster compound as of right now, and did pit in advance. And Richard is now in P1. Very good from Richard. From what I've seen, Richard is quite fast in the rain. So hopefully we can see some good action from Richard. And as a driver of the day, I think it will go to Ivan, which means Richard nor Master Max will get driver of the day. And Richard is coming around into the chicane. Tyres do not need to be heated. There's no tyre heating or tyre wear in this game, so they do not need to be heated up. You can put these tyres on and you can full push right away. And Richard drifting into the corner. Master Max just behind him. Very, very close between them. And the standings right now, the timings stay the same as of right now. If we look at Master Max's view, this is currently what he's seeing. Very dramatic, a load of splash from Richard. If he is right behind Richard, he won't be able to see him that much, and that could be very dangerous for him if they encounter lap traffic. And Marnik is 20 seconds away from Master Max. And Richard takes the better line. He took the better line in turn 12. Max took the better line in turn 13. This just shows the similarities in their driving. Oh, and Master Max just gets desynced by Richard there. That's going to set him far behind. Time is really difficult to gain in the rain if both drivers are at equal skill levels. So we could see Master Max being held back quite a lot here. And as of the rest of the grid, I don't think they're doing particularly well. Aston Mix just barely scraping track limits down to turn 8. Yeah, he's not doing as well as the other drivers. Yugi is all over the place here as we look at him into turn 6, down into turn 7. Let's see how he takes turn 8. And oh, a new race leader, Master Max. He's overtaken Richard. Richard must have spun or something to become 2 seconds behind. Very, very dramatic. And Yugi's been shown the blue flag. Not anymore. Oh, and he just slides. He just slides away into the track limits there. And he gets a 3 second time penalty. Richard has got a 3 second time penalty, which is not that great comparing it to Master Max. Master Max has logged 46 laps as of right now, and we've got 12 minutes to go. This has been quite a dramatic race. We've got around 3 virtual safety cars and 1 safety car, and now there's rain. This race could not have been any more dramatic for the WDC contenders, the WDC rivals. And rain can stop anytime now. It's automatically controlled by the game. Random number generation, I think it's called. So the rain could stop anytime. And then all the drivers would, as I would hope so, pit back onto mediums. The rules say you must change onto wets, but they do not say you have to go back on mediums. So if a driver wants, they can stay on wets, on the dry track. Although that is not the greatest of ideas, as you'll just lose time. Unless there's a short amount of time, like 5 minutes left, then the best call would be not pitting. Marnik has made some progress toward Richard, but I think he's starting to lose it now. Richard, I don't know how he's not getting track limits there, but whatever, it's fine. He must have found a really sneaky way to get more time, but it doesn't seem to be working that well. He's not really gaining. Rich is just drifting around the whole track. He's really going to try and get some positions toward his Audi rival. Although as of right now he is winning the WDC. We've got Ivan charging down the start-finish straight. And here's our P1 leader, race leader here, charging down the back straight. You could just see Richard behind him, around 3 seconds behind him. Hopefully this rain can stop so we can get some real racing action. Oh, and he just barely scrapes track limits. He's just on the border of track limits there. Very precise from Master Max. And bear in mind, Master Max is on computer, Richard is on PS5. He's currently racing around with a PS5 controller in his hands. So it's very impressive work from Richard. But that does allow Master Max to be a bit more precise with his keyboard inputs. when that's... Who was that? That was Robot, I think. Yeah, that was Robot who had gone off the track there. And he's been currently blue flagged to let Richard through. Will he let Richard through? And he does. Richard drifting into turn 1. He's just losing time to his Audi teammate. We have 7.5 minutes to go. Each minute we are closer to deciding our WDC winner. Still, anything could happen right now. Richard could disconnect or spin out and lose a load of positions. There's a few yellow flags around the track. He's really trying to cut it close there. He almost gets track limits. A track limit penalty. And Askamix is on dry tyres. Why is he on dry tyres? Is he trying to pull a Jensen Button move here? He's trying to pull Jensen Button move here. An Audi engineer questioning the Ferrari strategy quite. And he proves to be correct. This is amazing for him. This is absolutely amazing for Askamix here. He predicts, he pulls the Jensen Button strategy and predicts the weather. He pitted onto mediums. He shouts bingo in the chat. He pits onto mediums, and the rain stops a minute later. That was very, very shocking. That should really help him there, as he will gain time right now. The track and Corsa immediately dries, so he doesn't need to... There's no wet spots, it just goes from wet to dry in 1 second. And Audi are really questioning his... are really shocked at his strategy call there, and they're shocked it worked. They're very, very insane. That is a big moment, and everyone is just piled into the pit lane, getting themselves onto medium tyres, and we have 5 minutes of racing left to go on medium tyres. As of right now, Richard is the current WDC leader. By quite a few points. And Richard is 7 seconds behind Maestro Max. Now he can really gain some time, but he will be faster than the mediums, but so will Maestro Max. He's 7 seconds behind. And he's being quite inconsistent. Not really gaining much. And if he does gain, he'll just lose it all. But Yugi is still on wets. He really doesn't want to pit. I don't really see that strategy call. Falcon's just gaining on him, and yeah, Falcon's just gonna continue gaining on him no matter what. The wets are really slow tyres. It will be quite a shocking turn of events if he finishes the race on wets. And there we go, Falcon overtakes him. As you can see, he just won't be able to keep up. It's really not possible. I doubt even Maestro Max or Richard or Marnik could keep up on wet tyres on a dry track. And the 3-minute mark is here. Richard is making quite a lot of progress on his Audi rival. He is speeding through. He's really full pushing now. He is speeding through. And Falcon's been told to yield again. Master Max can't really do any more apart from hope that Richard just makes a lot of mistakes. Richard is 3 seconds away. And we have 2 minutes left. And Richard he's back down to 4 seconds behind. And he just slight spin there. And he just clips the barrier. He's making loads of mistakes right now. He's really feeling the pressure. We've got 1 minute to finish. It was most likely gonna go. Spanish here. He just cruises around. And we now have the final lap to go. Anything can happen right now. The final lap that will decide it all. Who wins Endurance Racing League's round 3? Oh, and the rain just hits again! The rain is hit again! Really, really shocking again. There's no point of pitting now, but Yugi has got to stop and go penalty anyway. Yugi won't be able to do anything. Drivers should be able to survive the rain right now. Oh, Richard goes spinning! Richard is spinning! And checkered flag has been issued. Maestro Max crosses the checkered line, but it's not enough for him. Season 3, round 10. Richard wins the WDC for season 3.
Come on, Richard, come on! You got that shit!
Well done, Richard. Well done. A brilliant effort from you in season 3.
You're the world champion! Congratulations, Max. Not Max. Congratulations, Richard.
Absolutely ecstatic in this radio call right now. You can really feel the emotion. You can really feel the emotion here.
Let's bloody go.
Richard, a brilliant job from you. It's gone Spanish in season 3. How do you feel about that?
I feel so nice, man. I feel so. Oh my god.
Also, we're
I can't
ignoring
believe
the
it.
fastest lap by Ivan.
I can't believe it. Can't believe it. After 2 seasons,
Wait, who got the driver of the day?
Ivan.
Ivan.
Yep. Oh my god, this feels so great.
That was amazing.
Oh my. This feels so great. Thank you, Wildox. Thank you for being my here this season. Really, thank you.
Code 60 conditions have
Really,
been issued.
thank you, mate. Oh my god.
It has been an honor to be your engineer for season 3.
So Richard, season 2, you fought Ivan for P2 in the WDC. Now you've finally taken the crown. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel so great after 2 seasons of this league passing to Golden and Audi, and it's so great to in the first year of the team just win the driver's title. Just feels so great. I can't believe it. I'm very happy. Oh my god.
We could really
Oh
feel
my
the
God.
emotion, Richard. A very, very good job. Amazing from
Oh.
you. Please enjoy it. Marnik, how do you feel that your former teammate in season 2 has been crowned the WDC winner in season 3?
Sorry, could you just hello?
Hello, hello. How do you
Yes,
feel
I
that
could
Richard
just-
wins?
Yeah, I think everyone saw it coming. I could have probably done better in this race, but those oil spills just effed me over.
And I'm not entirely sure right now if Golden is in P2 or not. But if Golden is in P2, how do you feel about that?
But let me just look. I think so because
I don't,
not only one Ferrari driver was in it.
I doubt Ferrari have won it. So if you are in P2 in Golden, how do you feel?
It was a good season. Could have probably even been better. But I have signed too many drivers this season. I couldn't find any good drivers basically.
Yeah, quite unfortunate. Well, the best of luck for season 4. I hope it all goes well for you.
Yeah, I don't even 100% sure if I'm team principal then, but we'll see.
Hello everyone. I'm here with the whole of Bombi Tomboys team. Bombi.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What-
I think you're either P2 or P3 in the
I think I'm
WCC
P2, bro.
standings.
I think I'm P2.
I think you may be as well, due to you having more drivers here. How do you feel about that result?
I'm so proud. I'm so proud of I'm not even in the race because I'm outside. I'm outside. I'm not in the fucking race. So like I can't like watch them. I have to like guess. I have to guess. I have to use like fucking what is it? Use mind techniques to fucking try to get my people get up and stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
Do any of the Bombi's Tomboys drivers have anything to say?
Yo, Falcon, go start talking, bro.
Okay, it's fine.
Fine.
Best of luck season 4 and well done for season 3.
Oh, thank you.
Just gonna. Okay, never mind. We won't be doing a ceremony on stream, but if you're watching the stream, please join the Discord to see the ceremony at the end. It's been an honour commentating for season 3. We'll be back for season 4 towards the end. Sorry, we'll be back in season 4 in a few weeks. It's been an honour commentating for you guys in season 3. I'll be back in season 4. Endurance Racing League, we'll be back in season 4. And thank you for everyone who's supported the RL in season 3. Thank you for watching the streams. From wherever you are, good morning, good evening, good night. That was Endurance Racing League's round 10 finale.